What's up, people? It's your boy again, coming to you. I want to talk to you about the COVID-19, but I'm going to come to you in a different direction because I want to really stress that to the people out there, even though we know the seriousness of it, or if you don't think it's serious or whatever, don't let COVID-19 be an excuse for you not to do the things that you should be doing. Because you have a built-in excuse right now with COVID-19. You have an excuse that everybody would accept because it's affecting everybody. So what I'm saying to you is don't use that as an excuse for you not to study, or you're not to work out, or you're not to learn something else, or you're not to challenge your intellect on learning new stuff, okay? Don't use that. Don't come out of this and saying, well, I couldn't do anything, or I couldn't get better because of the COVID-19, or I could not learn another trade, or I couldn't learn another language, or I couldn't learn something because of COVID-19, because then you're giving COVID-19 too much power. We understand the seriousness of it for the people who consider it to be serious. We understand the seriousness of it, but don't use that as your excuse for not doing the things that you ought to be doing, okay? Don't use that. This is a time right now that you can familiarize yourself with your greatness. This is a time right now you can familiarize yourself with the expectations that you probably had a year ago or 2 years ago or whatever. You're bringing everything to light right now. And so what my challenge to you is, again, find that thing, that one thing, or that two things, or whatever it is that is going to get you out of bed in the morning for you to go ahead and say, okay, this is something I must do. This is something I must create. This is something that I'm working on. This is things that I know that I can do. Don't put limitations on yourself. Don't put limitations on your goals. Don't put limitations on your ability. Because once you start doing that, you'll never get out of that crux. Even when things are going to get better, okay? You put yourself in a situation where you cannot backtrack from, all right? So my test and my challenge to you is to make sure that you take this time to better yourself. You take this time to clear your mind. You meditate. You think of things that you needed to do. If if you're gonna start a business, find out all the things there is to start a business. If you're going to study, whether you're going to you want to be a realtor, a broker, or you want to be in the construction industry or whatever, find this time right here to use it to your benefit. All right, you need to take this time, this precious time, to find that avenue where you can say, hey, you know what? This is where I'm going to be. I'm gonna change my life. Okay, like I said, I don't have a get-rich-quick scheme. I don't know what that is. I don't understand it. I don't even understand that concept, because I always bet on me. I bet on my talent, bet on my needs, bet on my expectations, and then I'll apply those skill sets that I have. And then when I fall short of those skill sets, then what I end up doing is I try to find out who has those skill sets so I can learn from them. Don't take mentorship and throw it in the garbage. Mentorship is so important nowadays because it teaches you. What it does, it teaches you the things that you don't know. Okay, it doesn't mean that you have to get in that same field or that same curriculum or whatever, but it teaches you things that you don't know. So when it comes on to mentoring and finding one, then I'm all on board on that, because I want to be around the person, because it cuts out the legwork. It cuts out the time. Just imagine if a person want to get into construction, right? And they came and talked to me, I'm gonna cut a lot of their time out that they don't have to search and find and look or whatever, because if you find the right person that's willing to talk to you, to give you their knowledge, that is going to cut weeks, months, maybe years in some cases, for you not to be searching around to try to figure out something. So if I'm willing to sit down with a person and say, hey, this is what you need to do A, this is what you need to do B, this is what you need to do C, okay, I'm giving you that information in one sitting, in one setting. We're not living here, like, we don't have an infinite amount of time that we're going to be living here, that we don't have it's like, there is a time limit. There is a expiration date as far as how long we're going to be here. And if you don't utilize that time in the right way, you're losing. You're losing. Okay? So find out the things that you're good at. Be honest with yourself on the things that you're not good at. find that person, research on that person, so you can have a conversation with that person and say, hey, look, can you teach me XYZ? Or can you talk to me about this business? Or can you talk about this? Or if you know, find as much as you can so you can shorten that time frame to make yourself great. So with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again. That's just some more information you got to get. And with that, bye.